So this is one here. We have bought Securely, which is the current kind of industry-leading web filter within the US, currently used in about 20% of schools within the US. The entire prospect of this was completely redesigned from the ground up for education. So if you're a business and you want it, tough, you can't have it. Schools only. And with Securely, we try and do quite a lot of things differently. The main difference is the fact that it's powered by AI. There's the second buzzword, that's the last one. So by using AI, we're actually able to parse data in real time, which is something that humans can't do. For those of you who are teachers or you've come from a school, could you raise your hand if you have over 100 pupils? Higher. How about 200? Keep your hands up, 200. 500? 1,000? 2,000? Will I get 3,000? No, it's a lot. And the last school we spoke to that had around sort of 2,000, 2,500. We said, how many safeguarding issues do you have vis-a-vis online? How many problems do you have in a given week? And they said around sort of 2 or 3 a week. So that's 3 sets of investigation, 3 interviews with the child, 3 internal meetings about it, and then 3 approaches with the parents to varying results. It's quite a lot of work. And it's securely going to kind of clear all of that up. We want to cut out all of the middlemen. We want to cut out all of the investigation and having to ask questions to different people. And to be honest, as I don't think any of you are part of it, we actually want to cut IT out of the whole process anyway. We don't want you to have to go to IT to go and get a log file to read through it and interpret it. We want to just give you the interpretation that you can access directly. So how do we do it? With the AI, we can not only every single word in the dictionary has some kind of category attribute to it. Most of them are harmless. Some of them have got, bullying, violence, gaming, swearing, drugs, that sort of thing. Radicalization is now in there as well, so we have prevent compliance. And what it'll do is it'll look at all of the words within a given website, it'll analyze them and say, right, well, you have 50 words to do with pornography, I'm going to slap a big fat pornography banner on that website. And that algorithm kind of goes through everything. So tweets, Facebook posts, Google searches, anything they're doing online. We can see it all, we can digest it all, we can break it down. It goes beyond just the keywords. We'll actually look at the position of the keywords in a given sentence, and that will allow us to identify sentiment. So we do things like context analysis. It can tell the difference between looking at a child's tweet and saying, I hate Mondays, I hate science, I hate Mrs. Baker. Oh, got that one. It can tell when one child's bullying another. It can tell when a child is showing signs of depression. It can show when a child is starting to enter the phases of self-radicalization. Not necessarily meaning radicalization, but just toxic ideas in general, things they might have picked up online. And by doing that, we're not asking you to sort through these reams of information. It will take forever. So the AI will pick out the ones that things that you need to be aware of. That child's bullying that child's showing signs of this child clearly needs help, you might want to refer to this to a welfare officer. We wrap that all up in a fairly easy to understand interface. Now the second thing is it's a fully cloud-based system. So there's no physical constraints. We don't tie this to your network, we don't tie this to any kind of devices or anything like that. The idea behind going cloud-based is it allows us to be everywhere at once. So the child can have their mobile phone, their iPad, their Chromebook, they could be in school, they could be on the bus on the way home from school, or they could be at home, or anywhere in between. We're always going to have eyes on that. And because what we do ties directly to the pupil, not the device, it doesn't matter what they're using. It really doesn't. We can kind of just see them as a human being. What are their thoughts? What are their day-to-day rituals and ideas? By dint of being everywhere, we really can tweak the level of filtering depending on what the child's doing. Are they in class? Are they in an independent study session? Are they on their free time? We can adjust the level of filtering kind of based on that, so we can see where they are. We'll say, okay, well, they're out of school now, so slightly laxer policy might be more applicable. If they're about to study, we can lock down things like gaming websites, distractions, forums, chat clients, things like that. And it's not just the school that this is for. About half the functionality within the platform is aimed at parents. It's been something that's come up quite a few times with quite a few speakers today. Parents, they're a very valuable ally, as long as they're on your side to begin with. With Securely, we're really approaching this from both ends. We want to give a great value to the school, obviously to the child, but also to the parent as well. So the parent will have an app on their phone, they'll be able to check and see what their child's doing online. Again, this could be either at school, at home, or on the road. They can see who their child is speaking to, whether their child is a victim of bullying or being bullied. And taking that one step further, when the child's at home, they can actually control the home network as a web filter. So you can impose a digital curfew. You could say, okay, it's homework time, I'm going to turn on social media, I'm going to turn off gaming. We're going to keep it nice and streamlined. If the child's being naughty, we can take away their favourite websites, and then you can turn them back on just with the thumb as well. So it's really giving the parents a bit of power in their pocket. They can see any time, it's going to alleviate any of their concerns that they might have, and then they can also have a level of control themselves. I feel that that is going to bring them into it a bit more. You're empowering them. And through that, we're really, really hoping that the parents are going to be a little bit more enthused about this kind of thing as well, because they're now actively a part of it.